Hey there, let's talk about the training principle of phase potentiation. The basic principle is that you don't want to lose touch with what's coming up in the future. Keep in mind, be mindful of your next training phase, and what you're doing now should be very closely related to what's coming up in your future training, whether it's your intensity, volume, the type of exercises, or the sport that you're training for. So you have to keep that in mind. It more leans on the primary training principle of specificity. So it all reflects back on that. So for example, in our weight room, we do kind of a USERN method where we take like 2.5 to 3 week blocks of 10s or 8s. Then our next training phase in the same card is sets of 5 for a little bit of a block, like 2.5 to 3 weeks, and then we go to 3s. And the idea is, boy, on that first week of 3s that we've completed, we are starting to lose kind of some muscular endurance and that metabolic advantage that we got from sets of 10. But by the time we finish with that block of 3s, we're right back into 10s again to touch base with it. So that's an example of phase potentiation within kind of a training block. Other things to keep in mind, I wouldn't want to go from sets of 10 for a training block to like triples or doubles. You don't have the neurologic adaptation that you gain from that mid block of like sets of 5 to kind of lean your way in to get pretty close to that sets of 3. So jump from high reps to low reps, big shock for your body. You're gonna have a hard time adapting. But if you gradually work your way into it in a training block, you'll have much more of an advantage. Other things, if you're an athlete that's using weight training for development, let's say in the season of your athletic endeavors, specificity always becomes the number one rule. Whatever I do in the weight room should closely reflect and be specific to my sport. So if I'm a discus thrower and I'm trying to get ready for district meet, as I get closer to the district meet, I should have my exercises reflect pretty closely the strength requirements, power requirements, positional requirements for my sport or the discus. So I'm not going to go in and do a bunch of bicep curls and periodized bicep curls. I'm going to do my core lifts, and my bar speed's going to go up. My load may drop a little bit, but I'm working on more of the power component. So keep that in mind for phase potentiation. Phase potentiation should reflect back on specificity, though, our number one rule.